Welcome to today's episode of the Spin Out podcast. We're very excited to welcome one of our laundry partners as a guest today. Since joining the Laundry Lady in August 2024, Melbourne-based laundry lady Rachael has proven that success is all about a fresh start. After years navigating the high-pressure world of a corporate life, Rachael traded the boardroom for business ownership, seeking a more fulfilling and flexible career path. She didn't waste any time making her mark, known for her can-do attitude and being a supportive, active voice within the Laundry Lady Facebook community. Rachael has quickly built a premium and recurring customer base. Rachael's story is all about how to leverage corporate discipline into a thriving local business, all while reclaiming the work-life balance she's always wanted. Welcome to the podcast, Rachael. Hi, Rachael. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Susan. Good to finally sort of chat to you in person.
So, Rachael, you're one of our laundry ladies who is based in Melbourne. Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
How long have you been with us?
About a year and a half.
A year and a half. And so what were you doing before you started Laundry Lady?
I was in, I suppose, a full-time job that I worked for the same company for 15 years. Started off doing their bookkeeping after hours, and then as the business grew, I grew with it and went into logistics and project management, finance, everything basically, production management. And I worked for them for more than 15 years, and then they sold to a big corporate multinational company, and the dynamics of the business changed essentially once you go big business. Wasn't for me. So I took my long service, and then I took 3 months off, and then I travelled through Europe, and that was fantastic, and then came back.
That's amazing.
And I lasted 4 months before I'm like, definitely not. No, there's something yet. So I resigned, and here I am now.
And so, being in a corporate job where you're sitting at a desk, very, very different to being a laundry lady. So what made you decide that this was going to be your next life?
It initially just started as I didn't know what I wanted to do when I finished up my job, and I was like, what do I do? And I thought, just to have a little bit of spending money, I suppose. I thought, I'll join Laundry Lady, and and then it just sort of grew from there. I'm like, I don't want to go back and work in an office, and so
give something else a try. And what was it that made you interested in Laundry Lady?
It was something that I could just do from home myself, and I guess the ease of starting, you can basically just get going straight away because you essentially have everything, or it's not that hard to, get the equipment you need. It was just, because I looked at a lot of things, but I had seen you on Shark Tank actually, and that was like, look up Laundry Lady and see what that's about. So,
And you thought, I can do that, and I can be at home and have that flexibility. And so what does your life at home look like? I understand you have some little four-legged friends that come and visit you a lot. Tell us about
Yes. So it's just me and my partner. Like, him and I have been together for like 24 years. So no kids. We do have one cat fur baby. And then we also last year, we ummed and ahed about whether getting our own dog, but we weren't sure. And so we decided instead to become a seeing eye dog, puppy carer. So we have a beautiful little black lab in our lives. And so basically we look after her, and at home she is just like a normal dog, gets into everything. And our job is to, as like, a carer for a seeing eye dog. You just have to train it to be a well-mannered house dog, and the bonus is we get to take it when we go shopping, when we go to restaurants, and you become the centre of attention when you have a
Oh,
single
I bet. So lovely. So lovely to have them with you. And I bet being able to work from home gives you, that extra time to be able to be with the puppy, because you wouldn't be able to leave them on their own for too long, I would imagine.
No. So one of the requirements is, they're only allowed to be alone for like 2 hours a day. So, no, she spends a lot of time with me sitting at the door of the ironing room. But she comes in the car, she sits in the front footwell and, comes along, and a lot of my customers know her and, love to see her. So, yeah.
Oh, imagine what she must think of the iron when she hears the iron steam going. And
I know. Well, she's not scared. She's not scared of those sounds. She is scared of the vacuum cleaner, but not the iron.
Not the iron.
No.
That's so beautiful. And so you only have her for a short time, and then you have to.
Yeah. So we have her for 12 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And this is the first one you've had.
Yes, but we're already getting another one a month before she goes back. So. End of because we have to give her back at the end of April, so end of March we're getting another one. So there'll be an overlap. Yeah.
Oh,
so I'll have two.
So cute. I would love to do that, but I don't know that my wild boys would be very good training.
Well, people with dogs as pets say that it is so much easier because you don't need to watch them as much. Yeah.
Yes.
The other dogs there to keep them company. But,
yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so what does your customers look like? You've got residential and business customers.
So mostly residential. I do have one business customer, a lovely Japanese restaurant that opened, I don't know, about 6 months ago. So it's like a small business customer, but always happy to, serve, because it would be generally small businesses that don't have the laundry to do big commercial jobs. So, and then a mixture of a couple of families, and like aged care customers, young professionals. Yeah, I've got a broad mix. Being in sort of the Bayside area. So yeah.
Yeah, nice. And what does your week look like? Do you work every day? Do you work just some days of the week?
I work, let's just say, full-time hours over 4 days. Because I do find that, by the time you do pickups, and then it's sort of, it's not too bad in the middle of the day, but then by the time the end of the day comes, you're still like folding, washing, ready to deliver the next day.
Yeah, and then you pretty much have your Friday freeze.
Yes, I do. I do my drop-offs, and then I'm free. So yeah.
Yes. I used to always love that you get your full-time work done in the first 4 days, and then
yes, they are long days, and and I'm on the go. But but I do like having Fridays just to relax and
chill a bit more.
Yeah.
And so if you could go back to the beginning when you first became a laundry lady, what's something that you wish you had have known at the beginning that would help you in your business today?
Probably that I think you do have to be patient with building up your customer base. Just like anything, it's not just going to be like, bam, you get lots of bookings. Because I suppose, I just thought, I'll sign up and I'll get all these bookings, get the bookings that I want. But it didn't quite happen. But over time it did. And then, it probably took, because I do it full time. So obviously it depends on what each individual's goal is. But, it took probably a good 12 months to get the customer base. And yes, you do lose customers, but then you get new ones. I would say yes, that you do need to be patient.
Yes, and I think that's can be the beauty of it, in that you can take that time to work your way up to build that business, but sometimes in the beginning that can also be frustrating, because you're like,
very much so, yes, because you think, I meant to, I should be getting bookings, if you give it time, it does happen. So yes.
And sometimes the customers all come at once, and then there'll be other times where there's no one new. It's yes, you're up to
Yes.
depending on when the customers are out there and looking and all of those things. So
Yes. And definitely I would say get a second dryer at least as soon as possible, because one dryer is not enough. Yes, because I got a second dryer pretty quickly, and then now I have 3. So, yeah.
which helps you get through the washing jobs a bit faster.
Yes, and then washing, when you can, if you can accommodate it, get a second washing machine. I only did that like at the end of June. So, yeah. So I went, a year and a bit without a second washing machine.
That's one of the great things that you can kind of get started with what you have, see what it's going to look like in terms of how many customers you're going to get in your area, and then you can think about adding more equipment as you go.
Yes, and do you prefer washing to ironing? I don't love ironing, but it kind of it makes sense to do both. Yeah,
to do both, exactly. Yeah. You get more work if you do both, but obviously ironing can be more time consuming and all of those things.
Very much so. Yes.
So what do you listen to or watch when you are doing your ironing?
Sometimes I like my true crime podcasts. Yes, very much so. But then sometimes just the radio. Yeah. I don't know how people could watch TV and I really honestly don't know.
You definitely go slower, I think, when you're watching TV and ironing.
I'd be worried I'd get too distracted by the TV. So yeah.
Definitely easier just to listen to things rather than doing it. And what's your best laundry tip that you will share with us? Other than outsource your laundry to Laundry Lady.
Yeah, outsource it. Well, I knew hardly anything about laundry, and I'm one of those people that with our own clothes, I just throw them in the machine and voila, let the machine do the work. But obviously, as you do more and more laundry and all different people's laundry, you discover that people have stains on their clothes. And I would say I did not know that dishwashing liquid is good for like your pasta sauce stains and sunlight. Just hanging the clothes out on the line. It's amazing how stains disappear.
Yes, sunlight does wonders for sure in getting stains out. So dishwashing detergent on those hard to reach stains, that's a good tip. And so is there something that, in your old job, in your old career that helps you now in this business that you've been able to transfer that skill or knowledge into?
I would say my organisation skills, definitely, because when you have a lot of customers and if you're covering, I only cover the area around me, but a 10K radius each way is a long way if you're going from one to the other. That's 20 Ks. So I think, being organised and with your schedule, but it's also so I got to the point where I was driving one direction, the other direction, but I asked my customers, once they were regulars and you get to know them, you can ask them, like, is it okay if we change to this day? And I don't necessarily tell them it's because it suits me better. It's just, and they're pretty good. So now I have my customers grouped, so I'm doing them close together. Yeah.
I think that's a really good tip because you can get a lot of bookings on early in the week, like on Monday, which is always the biggest day. And, a lot of customers are happy to move to a different day if you just ask them. So that can be a really good way to, move your schedule around and get, a more even week rather than just trying to do everything on the Monday.
Exactly. And then I've also timed it because I have a customer that's very specific, like only her underwear and socks can go in the dryer. Everything else has to be air dried, inside out. Very specific. So it's like, and so I pick it up on a Tuesday and I return it on a Thursday, and it's good because it coincides with the other customers in the area. So, yeah.
Yes. And what would be the most amount of customers you might service in one day?
1, 2, 3. Tuesday is probably my busiest day, and I do about 4 customers. Yeah. So it can be pretty full on. But that's a combination of washing and ironing. Like, on average, it's 2 washing customers a day because you just don't know sometimes how many loads of washing they're going to have, and it's a nightmare.
What it's going to look like when you get Get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've recently had one that she was fortnightly and she used to have 2 loads of laundry, but now she started doing Airbnb. And I mean, it's good for me. She's gone to weekly and she has been averaging like 6 loads, 7 loads of washing. But she's very nice and gives me until Friday to return it. So, yeah. Yeah.
And are you going to let your when your dog goes to their next home know that they'll have to do some ironing every now and again?
I know.
Forget about that sound.
I'm sure it'll be an adjustment for her. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Awesome. And what's something that you might tell to a new laundry lady or lad who are just starting out for the first time?
Don't be too nervous. Everybody's nervous about doing their first, laundry pickup, and just do your best and provide good customer service. And even the one-off customers may become a recurring customer. I've had that happen. Sometimes customers want to try the service out first before they say, "Hey, can I book it?" But definitely, don't be too nervous and provide good customer service and communication. But I would say not too much communication, because these are busy people that don't want to be bombarded with text messages.
It's such an important point, because it's, people like the convenience of being able to book online and do everything online, and sometimes they just don't want to chat that much. And so,
exactly. And I mean, I had a customer a few weeks ago that just chatting to her when, some of them love a long chat when you drop stuff off. So you make sure you drop it off at a time where you've got the time to chat. And she was saying, because she's NDIS and she obviously has support workers and things like that. And she said, it's so good to have someone that's not Gen Z, where you have to explain everything to them. Like sometimes you just got to use your initiative, like without bombarding the customer. Yeah. So,
yes, absolutely. Yeah. So good communication, understanding how much communication the customer wants. Really good tips to know. And
because to be honest, I don't have that much communication. I obviously message my customers, but I don't. I basically, once you know if it's whites and darks, they're happy to go together. Other than that, I don't really, when I pick up their washing each week, don't communicate until they get it back. Yeah, because I know they're all busy.
That's it. Unless they're coming over to talk to your puppy, and then
yes,
the communication doors open.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the chat. It's so good to hear about what life looks like for you as a laundry lady in Melbourne and our team. So thank you for being part of it, and thank you for the chat.
Okay, well, thank you for having me.